Good day, everybody, and we have a guest today. Say hello to everybody, Sage. Let's try this again. Is teaching you how to follow directions. Say hello to everybody, Sage.
Hello to everybody.
Close enough! Close enough. A for effort. You forgot Sage, but still. All zoomed out today so everybody can be on camera. Don't mind me, I'm just petting a kitty.
A very grumpy kitty.
She has to take medicine for irritation on her belly right now, and she does not like having the topical cream applied. Today she didn't put up as much of a fight, though. I think she's starting to realize that it's helping her, and I only apply the medicine out of care and trying to be a good cat dad. Previously on the Great Backtracking Offensive, we totally didn't rip off the name of a Kirby game.
Mm-hmm. So, Sage, do you have any familiarity with the Metroid franchise?
No.
Ah,
All right, windbag, educate.
all right then. Let me focus as I do it. Okay, so the Metroid franchise is a. Are you at all familiar with the Castlevania
Yeah.
franchise? Yeah, it's very similar to that. In fact, it's one of the two parts of Metroidvania.
Hold on. Originally, Castlevania did start as a platformer. It was later on when
Yeah.
they did those no Belmont games like Dawn of Sorrow and Aria of Sorrow,
Mhm.
where the Metroid style gameplay took place.
Yeah, I was more just asking because if she's familiar with that, she would be a little bit familiar with this. But it's that sort of similar thing, only except set in a space setting. Basically, main character you're playing is Samus Aran, a bounty hunter, and the current objective of this game is to get off a planet. And we are at the point where right now all I'm doing is collectible gathering because I will need it for the final boss.
Yes, we're that close to the end of the game. Ooh, a loon is 100% completed.
Yeah, Loon's the easiest one to do. It's only got like four upgrades.
Holy shit.
It's the smallest area in the game,
The final area.
barring the final area.
Now, are you wondering why some enemies before attacking are covered in black sludge?
Yeah.
Those aren't enemies. Those are the X-Parasite. Your next lesson is on the X-Parasite.
Yep. Okay, so the X-Parasite were a well. To go into more detail about them, I have to go into a little bit of why this game is called Metroid. Originally, the objective of the series was destruction of creatures known as Metroids, who basically can absorb the energy of other species.
Basically, they drain your life force and kill you dead.
Yeah, but in the fourth main game, Fusion, it's discovered that the Metroids were actually created to combat the X, which basically can infect any kind of creature.
And
And
devastate complete ecosystems.
yeah, like seriously, this entire place was a normal place until the X got loose.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
And now, just about every enemy you come across is an X-Parasite taking the form of the native creatures.
yeah.
And fun fact, in Metroid Fusion, Samus's power suit is damaged, and she has to have Metroid DNA inserted in her, so she eats Metroids now.
X parasites.
Yeah, she eats X-Parasites now.
Yeah, and she had to have that done because she had first experience exposure to an X, and well, she almost met the same fate as everyone else that's been on here.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
And she was lured to this planet by okay, Samus is a human, but she was remind me, Zebus is where the Chozo are from.
yeah,
She was born on the planet Zebes and raised by Chozo.
She wasn't born on Zebes. She was born on a human colony, but was rescued by Chozo after the space pirates, which were the previous antagonists who are now pretty much dead.
The point is, she was raised by alien birds.
I was getting to that.
Anyway, but yeah, a bad guy Chozo named Ravenbeak lured Samus to this planet by using sentinel robots called Emmy because he wants to extract Samus's Metroid DNA and use it for nefarious purposes.
Yep.
And we've destroyed all the Emmys.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yep. You know what Samus did to the last Emmy?
Huh.
Well, her Metroid DNA mutated and evolved, so she ate the Emmy.
Oh, wow.
What is it you normally say when we're looking for something we're looking for?
I ate it.
That's what Samus said about the Metroid. So that's what Samus said about the last Emmy. I ate it. And then I ate it.
Yep, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Gizmo. Gizmo's getting spoiled and pampered right now.
And Gear already knows this, and our audience already knows this, but this is one of my favorite games.
Mm-hmm. In fact, it was his vote to play on the channel.
Yep.
And I said, why the hell not? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Are you sure your favorite isn't Sonic 06?
First of all, I've never played that game. I know its reputation.
And
Second of all, how dare you?
third, anybody who likes Sonic 06 and think, okay, let me anybody who thinks Sonic 06 is a good game needs professional help.
I know there's people out there who have actually been trying to do ports to it, like fixes to it, to try to make it a bit better. Because you know the biggest issue about Sonic 06.
Oh yeah, the P100, the P100 ROM hack. I've heard good things about that one, but yeah, it's the lag and the load.
Yeah, the lag.
Technically, the game is completable. It just has lag, glitches, load issues, etc.
Really? I didn't know it was completable. I tried it as a kid. I couldn't.
People can play the game to the end. It's just a big, slow, messy slog that nobody wants to play through.
Yeah, I was like, nope. Anyone who thinks that's a good game, no.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we're still sitting here waiting on Sega and Sonic Team to announce more remasters and remakes of older 3D Sonic games. And Yuji Naka has gone on record multiple times saying that they don't care about the franchise, nor the fans. They're going to do whatever the hell they want, and they just expect people to play it.
Yeah.
Basically, Sonic, Ishihara and Sonic Team are essentially the Game Freak of Sega, basically. Low effort, low quality. Occasionally, a good game is good because it's ported out to other developers.
Yep.
But they really don't care. They just want you to blindly consume their games.
They want you to spend your money. That's all they're doing.
Sonic Colors, when it came out in the Wii, was unique and new, but people saw firsthand, despite the blind praise at the time, that it was nothing more than badly designed bottomless pits with gimmicks built around the color-changing Wisp system, and that rather than actual 3D platforming, it was jump off this cliff and then proceed to use the Wisp color that you currently have access to, and don't die. The game is complete and total garbage, and I'm sorry, what I'm about to say is not an opinion. What I'm about to say is an ironclad fact. The 2D platformer version of the Nintendo DS is far better and superior to the garbage that was Sonic Colors. And guess which version Sonic Team chose to port to the Switch 5 years ago?
The crappy version.
Exactly. If they wanted to bring a high-quality Sonic Colors game to the Switch, they should have gone to Dimps and said, hey, do you still have the source code for the DS of Sonic Colors? Yeah? Good. We need it for porting to the Nintendo Switch.
I never actually played Sonic Colors, but That was
Well,
like one of the only ones I didn't play.
Danny has a 3DS. I would recommend finding a low priced copy on Amazon or eBay of the DS version of Sonic Colors. It
Yep.
is much better. Like you've played 2D Sonic games, right?
Yep.
You know how much fun it's basically that. No bottomless pits, no gimmicks. The boss fights can be a pain in the ass, but the actual platforming and gameplay is spot on great.
Yes.
And I gave Sonic Colors a decent try. By the time I finally frustrated my way through the fifth world and made it to the sixth world, Asteroid Coaster Act 2, I was pretty much done. A ridiculous anti-gravity section that's how anybody can pass through it without hacking or cheating the game is beyond me.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's doable, but from what I can tell, it looks like it's rigged not to work and get you past it, without some sort of hack or cheat. And so I was pretty much like, I was done. I rage quit. I removed the game software from my system. And just to avoid having to go through all the bullshit of the more gimmicky stages again, instead of deleting my save data off the cloud, I just removed it from my system to save space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of the only Sonic games I have not played.
Well, the Wii version and or its Switch port, you're better off skipping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic Superstars.
I played.
Oh, good. Then you know how god awful the boss fights are, and how bad Press Factory Zone Act 2 is.
Yeah.
I mean, Brent gets big old kudos for being able to successfully clear that stage after I spent months on end failing.
And it was still a trial, I will tell you that.
It's like it almost came out to be a good game, and it wasn't even made by Sonic Team. It was made by one of the original developers of the original Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Sega Genesis. Works for a company called Arzest. Arzest is responsible for Sonic Superstars, and they came very close. It's not completely bad. Some of the early, like the first 6 stages, can be fun. It's just the boss fights are shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should I help you? Here's a ring from where the condensation from my iced tea can was on the cup holder. Gizmo was licking at the condensation. Mm-hmm. Can I pick you up, or are you gonna throw a hissy fit?
Probably throw a hissy fit.
She's gonna throw a hissy fit. All right.
Do I know Gizmo or do I know Gizmo?
You know Gizmo. All right, Gizmo. You got to be nice to our guests. You got to be nice to the house guests, okay? I'm not gonna pick you up for cuddles, okay? Because I know you don't want to be held when Auntie Sage is around, but still, you have to be a good kitty, okay? Be nice.
Are you sure she knows how?
She's nice to me. She's nice to Brent.
No, she ain't nice to me. Neither is Turmoil.
I don't think you've fed them enough. You haven't pet sit enough for them to recognize you as caregivers.
Sure.
Uh huh. Anyway. You done being a brat? You done being a brat?
I mean, she's
She's never done being a brat.
she's named after a gremlin, so
Actually, Gizmo was one of the good guys.
I'm
And bear in mind, he never turned like the gremlins he spawned.
Yeah, I know. I'm taking. Gizmo's a good kid.
Okay, she doesn't want pets anymore. I heard that growl. She's like, I'm done with you. I'm done.
Don't you pet me.
You know, one of these days, you're going to have to learn to be nice to people. Let them take care of you. I mean, you do let people take care of you when I'm not here. But you're going to have to learn to show the people how much you appreciate what they do for you. I tried to raise you better than this.
What happened in raiding her?
Allie.
Allie?
Yeah, she was squawking her head off one night when Gizmo had to play games with her mother. Yeah, she was like nice bird, friendly bird, one of those birds that really needs to learn when to button her beak, you know?
Yeah,
Anyway, Gizmo got traumatized, and ever since then she's been territorial towards other people and animals. So there was some sort of trauma that happened that night, and that changed her. Because before then, she was nice to other people.
Really?
Yeah. True story.
Sounds like my dog.
And thus, another portion of the Zelda-style fetch quest has been completed. Now, Sage, you know the Zelda games.
Yes.
How do you increase your hearts? And I don't say heart container at the end of the dungeon. I mean the other way.
Otherwise, what do you mean?
What's the other way to increase your hearts in Zelda besides getting a heart container at the end of a dungeon?
Remind me?
You search for...
The gym?
You search for the 4 heart pieces. And what happens when you find 4 heart pieces?
It fulfills a heart.
We just found 4 energy tanks. And got a new... And got a... We just found 4 energy tank parts and got a new energy tank.
Bear with me, I haven't played very many of the Zelda games. I just started playing,
For shits and giggles, I'm going to see just how expensive the port of Link to the Past on the Game Boy Advance is.
I played a little bit of Majora's Mask. I played...
Good on you.
Huh?
Good on you.
I played a little...
Yes, we all know how stressful that game is.
And I played...
No, I mean, good on you because it's one of my favorites.
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
It's the first one I ever had that didn't belong to my brother.
Ah.
Oh, I couldn't finish any games because of my brother. It's like every time I play a game, they're like,
Holy shit! $22.99 for The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past with 4 swords included on the Game Boy Advance.
But yeah, on Game Boy, oh my god, don't get me started. Every time I started a Pokemon, they're like, delete this file, start a new. So I couldn't get in the way. Like,
in all fairness,
we all had our own Game Boys and our own games too.
So wait, was 4 swords always auto-included in this game, Brent?
Yeah, because it was a attachment onto onto that version.
It's for $15, but it has one bid that ends in 7 hours. Sometimes, this is bid only. That's why it's so cheap. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like,
yeah.
I prefer not to play chicken with other people online. I prefer to just do buy it now and automatically end an auction. So most of the buy it nows, whether they have an auction attached or not, I'm actually surprised considering that A Link to the Past is considered one of the greatest Zelda games of all time. Yeah, I said it. Come at me. Ocarina of Time is the best game ever, and all other games are shit fans.
Danny,
but you know,
Danny likes Twilight Princess.
Hold on. Oh yeah. So I'm actually surprised with how cheap it's going for online. Of course, now that I've announced how cheap it's going for online, everybody who watches this video and doesn't own a copy of the game and wants to, is going to snatch them all up.
And then I won't be able to get it. No.
Yeah, but no, it's the cheaper ones that always go first. Like with authentic Pokemon cartridges going for in the hundreds, if you see one for like $70-$80, grab it immediately. Otherwise, you're gonna lose out. You know?
Yeah, we each had, as a kid, we each had our own Game Boy, and we each had a Pokemon. Well, not my younger brother, because
Excuse me. You have to get up for a second, but definitely tell the story to the audience, because, we like to engage with the audience on this channel, you know that.
Yeah.
Tell them about your childhood Pokemon, Sage. I'll be there.
Yeah, we each had a Game Boy, and then My younger brother didn't like Pokemon, so he didn't get a Pokemon game. But me and my older of the younger brothers both had a Pokemon game. I had Sapphire, and my brother had Ruby. And he would always steal mine and be like, okay, I'm going to make an account on both games. And, like, no matter what, it's like, I'll delete her file, even though she's almost beaten the game, and I'm going to make a new account. So, really, I didn't get to beat it until I moved out of the house.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Why did he want to keep taking your version?
Oh, I don't know. She wanted both versions.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm back. So, what I miss?
She was just telling the story about how she and her brother had two different versions of Pokemon, and despite this, her brother kept not only taking that one, but also delete her save so he could have a new one.
Because she's an asshole.
yeah.
I mean, smart parents, whenever you have two kids, you always want both versions so that you can trade with each other.
Yeah.
Version exclusive. Anyway, what was your first generation?
Oh, the first one I ever played, I want to say Yellow.
Woman in her late 20s. First generation was Generation 1. Good taste.
How are we currently on time? Just so that I know if I can continue getting the stuff that I can in Ferenia or Fire.
Approximately 6 more minutes.
All right, let me check really quick.
That one I got finished because my younger brother didn't like it because it was in black and white.
All right, at the very least,
The Game Boy was a pretty decent console for its time. We were actually discussing this in the last episode. Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, not the greatest Metroid game out there, simply because, due to the hardware limitations of the Game Boy, it was a bit too ambitious of a project. The developers tried their best, mind you. But the point is, the Game Boy could still do some amazing. Look at Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. As much as people enjoy the quirkiness of the and the simplicity of Super Mario Land 1, you're getting a full quality Super NES style experience with the sequel. A full world map, hidden exits, the ability to save your progress as you go along, and much better sprite work looking like it's into the 16-bit territory almost. Like, the Game Boy could do some amazing things. So what if we had to wait for the Game Boy Color to get full color graphics? The games are still fun. Exactly. And look at the competition at the time. Did you know a Sega Game Gear would approximately last about 4 seconds before the battery died? I mean, that's obviously an exaggeration, mind you, but
yeah, I know what you meant.
my mom volunteers at the Ronald McDonald House every other Sunday, and eons ago, when I was younger, they had a Game Gear. And the Game Gear, the battery would always die, even if it was fully charged. So anyone who wanted to use the Game Gear in the game room of the main center, where where the guests can come, hang out, spend time with their visitors, etc., where the patients in the house can go to lounge. It's like you always had to plug it in just to use it.
Yep.
I don't know, because this was like the era of replaceable batteries.
Yeah.
This was before the era of lithium-ion batteries. There's no need to take it out and put a new one in unless the battery is dead or broken, So it's like the fact that they were constantly going through batteries, they just stopped putting batteries back in to begin with because that and the Atari Lynx at the time sucked batteries dry because Sega and Atari were way too ambitious and wanted to make their handheld experiences to the equivalent of what we can do nowadays with systems like the 3DS, DS, and the Switch in an era before technology was ready for it.
I actually never got to play the Atari. What was it like?
Let's see, the 2600 was essentially 2-bit graphics. Brent, pull up that map again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a full Atari 2600 game looks like, scaled down, minus the markers and whatnot. Like, look at that map. That's par for the course, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, um, now the Atari Lynx I never played on, and most of the Atari systems that followed the 2600 I did not get a chance to sample because the 2600 is the most popular of all Atari consoles, and that's the one that you're liable to find and be able to partake in say, retro game shops, comic book shops. Like up in Boca, there's a comic shop called Demolition Comics. About 16 years ago, Demolition had an Atari 2600. I don't know if it was for sale, if it was just there for people to play on while they were hanging out, but there was like a little couch area, so a couch, some armchairs, a TV, and an Atari 2600, complete with the original joystick.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Now, again, I don't know if they still have it because I haven't been to that comic shop in 16 years. And even if it was still there to this day, I still have to find out whether or not it was for sale or if it was just there for the customers to play with. Either or.
Yeah.
The Star Chart Room. We've already got this map.
Yes, we do.
I think Brent's ready to take a break.
No, I just think, are we at time?
Almost. I guess we can wrap it up here.
Yeah, because the next place I need to go to is here. Because everything else is either at the moment I can't reach it, like I do need to get to the teleport to get to that area over here.
Very good, sir. All right. Well, until next time. Bye-bye, people.
Bye bye.